Welcome back, everybody, and it's time, Alex. We have to take on Mr. X in Castle X in Dimension X.
That's a lot of X.
That's a lot of X!
For extreme.
Dude! I can't do the 90s kid voice just yet. That kind of hurts. Oh, well. But as you can see, we have this big futuristic city off in the background. And if people are still unfamiliar with Mr. X and how he works, basically he was the guy who orchestrated this tournament and also made the auspicious claim that he was behind Dr. Wily the entire time. Because, yeah, apparently there was a guy behind the guy.
There's always a man behind the curtain.
Behind the Iron Curtain? Oh, wait, wrong reference.
Well, that would be the Soviet Union.
Yes. And I was going for more of a Metal Gear reference, but this isn't a Metal Gear game, so doesn't really work. By the way, did you see the Hideo Kojima interview that came out? Like, he could finally talk about Konami?
Oh, probably.
He did not have nice things to say. I was like, you know, for the first 15 years, I had no problem working with him, and then things got really downhill.
Then shit hit the fan.
Yeah, then the proverbial shit hit the fan. And then we all feel bad, because we all wanted it to work out. We wanted more Metal Gear games, and...
Power Mega Man!
Power Mega Man! By that, we mean boxing Mega Man.
Nice, Adam.
Well, this time I actually made it, so...
Yeah, that time, but you still jumped into those spikes.
So this is actually one of those things that we haven't really talked about, but I do want to get your opinion on, Alex, is that, you know, one of the things you love Sonic for is the fact that they would give, like, multiple avenues to be able to go through a level. So there's, like, a higher path and a lower path. This is actually the first time that Mega Man actually tried to incorporate a multiple path structure within levels. So, you know, people might have noticed I've already bypassed like one Robot Master Gate to go to another one. Mainly because that's like how you get the beat parts and all that. You have to unlock the secrets. So, you know, kind of give me your thoughts on that matter. Like, you love that multiple paths were given in Sonic. How do you feel that now Mega Man takes it on 6 games later?
Surprised it took so long for Mega Man to do it. But it's a cool concept.
No, it actually, like, on paper, this should have been something that happened a lot more often. And it didn't, unfortunately. This boss. Oh, this boss gives fuel to so many other headache-inducing bosses later on in the series. You guys have no freaking idea.
Yeah, it's very...
And I've officially run out of the weakness power that can kill them, so now I just have to kind of wing it. Okay, well, at least we killed him. And I'm getting thoroughly trounced by this one particular boss. Ah! Stop hitting me! There we go. First level done. We're making our way through here, people.
Through Castle X.
Da 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 da. So now we're going to level 2X in Castle X.
In Dimension X.
Housed by Mr. X. I'm starting to see a lot of one letter, and I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you can help me out on this one, Alex?
Space X.
I think it's Z.
There you go, it's Mr. Z.
It's Lord Zed.
Lord Zed was in the Mega Man universe? That would actually be awesome if he was. You dare call yourself an evil scientist? They're merely children! Oh, jeez. And of course I got a nasty cough. So, try to think of some other stuff that... since I wasn't there for the last Geek News episode, I can't remember exactly, like, everything on you guys' agenda.
We'll say besides, we talked to the Avengers game, we talked awards coverage.
Well, the Avengers game that we have no knowledge of.
Yeah.
Because all we have is a hashtag. I've already talked to numerous people on it. I honestly think it's probably like a revival of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that. Because I love that everybody immediately goes to the answer of, like, Square Enix they went to Square Enix because they want an RPG. Problem is that Square Enix is also now known for action adventure games. Because Tomb Raider's under their banner, Just Cause is under their banner, Deus Ex, and Hitman are under their banner. In fact, there's very little attaching them now, if you think about it, to RPGs, aside from their JRPG arms. But I'll be excited for whatever comes out of it. You know, hashtag reassemble. I'm interested. I'll be watching whatever it becomes. I think that's pretty much a given. Are you excited at all, Alex? Or
Well, I have no information to go on, so I'll have to reserve judgment until something comes out of it.
Oh, and did you guys talk the unfortunate death or the unfortunate passing of the father of Pac-Man?
That happened after the show. That happened just
earlier
in earlier the week, actually. This week that we're recording anyway.
Yeah, because I want to get into that because like this is actually big to me because you know I still remember like Pac-Man in the arcades, so this is a big deal, at least to me, because now we're starting to see a lot of the major game creators that we love and adore passing away. I mean, we had Satoru Iwata, but now we're having like and we also did have Gunpei Yokoi, but now we're also having I can't remember. It's like
Yokoi was years ago.
Masuya Kamoi, I think is his name. The creator of Pac-Man. Oh, this boss. Crap. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit here and just get a headache as I watch this happen. So unfortunately, this guy, in order to beat him, you have to hit him from a specific arc with a weapon that arcs.
Of course.
And as people can tell, I'm not hitting him all that well.
Yeah.
It's alright, though. We're gonna try it again. And see if we get any luckier. See, that's the downside. Like, I'm trying to think of all the stuff that we covered. But unfortunately, we're now at that point in the year where news slows down. I mean, obviously, we had the Razzies, which... If people didn't expect Batman v Superman to be on the Razzies list or on the Razzies target post...
I don't know what to
I don't know what to tell you.
Stand on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Because that I was actually surprised that it got as many as it did. It should have gotten more than it did.
I think it's practically nominated in every category, almost.
All but one. Like there was one that they couldn't tie it to, and that one actually made sense because it wasn't relevant to what Batman v Superman was trying to do. Oh, I can't remember what it was, but. Like, they didn't have a justification there, but it would have made sense for them to just say, you know what, screw it, we're gonna bring this up and see how well people take it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a worst actress nomination for it.
Which worst actress would have been what? Rachel McAdams?
Not Rachel McAdams, Amy Adams.
Or Amy Adams.
It
Yeah.
either Amy Adams or Gal Gadot. I'm not saying it makes sense, but we pretty much talked about this that. Brenton, Alt, Romney, and we didn't really agree that Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill kind of deserved their nominations because we think they did fine. They just had a shitty movie to work with.
Oh crap. Jesse Eisenberg. Didn't Jesse Eisenberg make it though?
Oh yeah, he too. You know, we pretty much the acting ones aren't really warranted as much as some of the other categories because the actors are fine.
Well, I'm not there, and it's just because like. Originally, I didn't have a problem with Jesse Eisenberg, and then I started watching like a lot of people's videos, and you know what? They're kind of right.
Well, yeah, he's just playing the Joker, but at the same time, but it's like Romney says, he looks like he's the only one who's actually having some fun there. Everyone else looks so dreary and drab, and it's like Jesse Eisenberg is like the only one who's having any kind of fun.
Well, let's be honest there. Ben was probably having a good time, simply because he was finally in a frickin' Batman movie. Or he was in a superhero movie that wasn't tanking, you know? So, like, that's a given. That Ben was enjoying his time there. But, yeah, I agree with you there. Like, Jesse probably was the only one that looked like he was having a good time. I'm pretty sure Henry was when he wasn't on a horrible diet and workout plan. But, you know, that's probably like 80% of the movie for him. Because he had to fit into the tights.
Fit in
I'm sure Ben had to do his share of working out.
Oh yeah, he did. No, he's admitted it, I think.
Yeah. Well,
I just don't think he worked with the same health coach that Henry did.
yeah, I'm sure they all had their own personal trainers.
No, Gal worked with the same guy.
Oh, okay.
But she insisted on it. She wanted to work with the guy. So that's a definite there. But if I was gonna give a worst actress though, it would be Amy Adams. I don't have issues with Gal,
Yeah.
despite what the internet thinks.
She was fine. Again,
I complimented her in our video.
again, we just pretty much said, the actors were fine. They just were kind of in a shitty movie. So
Yeah,
we
exactly.
don't, Megan. The only one I think we legitimately agreed on was Megan Fox for worst actress.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I'm actually surprised Ninja Turtles didn't get more nominations.
I'm like 50-50. There were some good things in Out of the Shadows, but I'm there with you. Like it still was another crappy Ninja Turtle. Not crappy, but subpar.
I wish I would have seen that one. I haven't seen it yet.
You really don't.
It's not
Maybe to you, but
Secret of the it's just watch Secret of the Ooze. It's better. It's Secret of the Ooze, only really less good.
Well, in a lot of cases, like I would dare say, it's what the plot of Secret of the Ooze should have been, but done worse. Like, because I think it was the same director that came back for Secret of the Ooze, wasn't it?
No, it's not.
It wasn't. Okay.
We're talking a movie more than 20 years apart. Of course, they're not going to.
No. I'm saying like from the same director who did the first Turtles movie did Secret of the Ooze.
No, I think. Well, maybe I can't remember actually. I don't know actually. I think it was a different director though.
I guess you'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look it
But
up.
this is basically like to all the people who are screaming out, "We want the TV show elements in the movie."
Well, there you go.
And to some extent it worked, but then Casey Jones happened, and I still won't forgive that movie for what they did to Casey Jones.
Yeah.
They basically made him a conspiracy theorist.
Did
what
they?
did. Yeah, because like when he's trying to explain what he has seen, he comes off as like just random nut job.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call that making him a conspiracy theorist.
It feels to me like that's what they did with that character at that point.
I think it's just because everything he's saying sounds wacky, so everybody's like, what's this guy on?
Yeah, but even like in my honest opinion, like even the viewer doesn't believe him. When you've seen the turtles on the screen, you know that they exist, kind of thing. And then I'm just curious. So did you guys cover the Oscars?
Yeah, we
at all?
covered the Oscars.
So I honestly did not get to those nominations. What's the damage?
La La Land leads with 14 nominations.
Okay.
Their Suicide Squad of all movies has a makeup nomination.
Why Suicide Squad? Well, you know what? Makeup? No, never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's like the big surprise / upset for. I don't think we were too upset, but I've seen like a lot of people are like, "What? This got an Oscar nomination?" I'm like, "It's."
Well, I guess the real damage, and I'm gonna get into it, was what was the damage with animation?
Naturally, 2 Disney movies, Zootopia and Moana, are both nominated. The Red Turtle's nominated. And Kubo the Two Strings is nominated, and there's one more. Unfortunately, I can't remember the title. It's a French stop motion. So
I guess the question is like, which movie is Disney putting the money behind? Is it going to be Zootopia? Or
yeah,
is it
my
gonna be
guess
Moana?
my guess is Zootopia, just because all the social commentary in Zootopia. And so that would be my prediction personally.
I'll take your word for it. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it, but that's just what I've heard a lot.
I thought you went and saw Zootopia.
No, we debated on seeing it, and then we just came to the conclusion we weren't interested.
No,
Same thing with Secret Life of Pets, and you know what? The way that Romney reacted, I'm glad we never did.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand. Romney doesn't get mad that often, like rage-induced mad.
Yeah, he was.
And this was a point that, like,
He hated that movie.
he hated with a passion.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll give it credit. The animation category feels pretty diverse, but I think we all know it's going to go to Disney because Disney always puts the campaign money behind them.
Yeah.
And I'm a little surprised about the Red Turtle, only because I didn't really expect that to get nominated. I haven't seen it myself, but it's just one of the more surprising ones to me. Even though it has the Ghibli tag, but there's been lots of Ghibli movies outside the Miyazaki directorial line that have never been nominated. I know a lot of people were hoping for your name to be nominated. I pretty much could tell you that wasn't going to happen.
No.
Funimation just doesn't have that campaign power to
they probably could if they cared, but I don't. I think it's been long enough that they don't care.
Funimation cares, but it's like but they just don't have that kind of power. They don't have the campaign power to really compete with Disney or Sony.
So I'd just like to point out that we are now at Stage X of Mr. X's Castle X in Dimension X.
All right.
Our episode title of this time is going to be Insert X here.
You could call it the X-Files.
There you go. But then Fox will copyright strike
Then
me.
Fox will strike.
Why do you want Fox to copyright strike me, Alex?
You know, when I did my Let's Play of that on my own channel, I actually tried to upload it, because the game does actually feature the theme song.
Yes.
So I tried to upload it with the theme song and everything, and of course it got blocked. So, so I just like, alright, not a big deal, just cut out the theme song. It's not like I did much commentary over the theme anyway.
Well, what makes it even better is, like, now we actually have, companies, like, trying to literally block, like, because there used to be a 30-second rule, right? Where as long as you can keep it under 30 seconds, then they can't block you.
It's like, yeah, for like music.
But now you actually have, like, organizations like CBS and Fox trying to block you for just using 10 seconds of it.
Yeah.
So, like, I've seen a lot of people complain about blocks where all they did was, like, because the other big thing is CSI Miami. They all want to do a CSI Miami theme. And it's like, yeah! Because they all want to do that moment.
Yeah.
And so now I've actually seen people get blocked for just having Scream in there.
Yeah.
Like 10 seconds of it. Or with the X-Files theme of da-da-da-da-da, you know, like just having 10 seconds of it, they're getting blocked. Just stop, Fox. Just stop.
Yeah. It's really stupid.
If you're mad about us mere plebeians getting money off of your product, then here's an idea. How about you go make a bonus box set of the X-Files? Or you resurrect the X-Files like permanently.
Yeah, I still don't know if it's coming back.
I don't think
it's been a year since it had its 10-episode revival,
and if it did really, really well, you'd think Fox would have it like out in 6 months. They'd be immediately demanding pilots and episode plans and all that.
Yeah, or at least be out by now, but it doesn't seem to be.
And I just noticed, like, we've been talking this entire time, and people are gonna go, is Andrea even there?
She's here.
Okay, I need to preface something. Andrea, so you just barely worked a knock shift at work, and you got home, what, 8:30?
Yeah, about 8:30.
So you're literally running off of how many hours at this point of sleep?
5 and a half.
5.5? What?
5.5.
How'd you pull off 5.5?
Well, if I went to bed close to 9.
Yeah, and then I would expect you, or I would guess that you woke up like around 1.
Yeah, she was asleep when I came in.
When he came here, which was about 1:30.
So 4.5.
Almost. So.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so if people are wondering why she's being quiet, yeah, that's why.
Well, plus I don't even know what the heck you guys are talking about.
We're just talking about shit.
We're talking about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Alex, how long do you think it's going to be before too many of this race at the Oscars?
Too many? I don't know.
Like you know, like last year where it was like too many white people.
Oh yeah, Oscar's so white.
Yeah, or Oscar so black or whatever. How long do you think it's going to be before we start seeing campaigns like that? Oh, by the way, hi, Mr. X. Bye, Mr. X. Oh no, my scheme for world domination has failed, but I still have enough power to destroy you. Oh, big shocking reveal.
It's Dr. Wily.
It's Mr. X turned out to be Dr. Wily all along? Let the final battle begin? Oh no, Alex. Guys, I've said it before. Wily is always the bad guy.
Gotta go to Castle Grayskull.
Exactly, or Samurai Castle X. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this week. So when we get back, we will finish things with Dr. Wily.